Hello there, sports gamers. Welcome on back into the channel. I'm Brandon Satterwhite, and here we are on MLB The Show 23 for the first time, and we are going to do something fun here. We're going to go into franchise mode, and we're just going to try and simulate the 2023 season and see what MLB The Show 23 thinks is going to happen this season. I'm interested to see what MLB The Show 23 thinks is going to happen this year, and I also just want to see what simulation looks like, what the stats look like in MLB The Show 23. So this is my first time booting up franchise here in the game, and so we're just going to see how it goes here. We'll of course choose the Yankees. We're going to leave all of this normal, and we're going to set everything to auto. So we're just going to completely sim through. We'll start in the spring training. I do really quickly want to just kind of go through and see, does anything look different? Not really. You know, the colors and stuff look different card art. Sadly, still no tab on the player card for seeing the players' awards that they've won in their career. That is disappointing. That's something I'd really like to see get added in the future. Training, of course, still looks the same. Yeah, pretty much most of this here looks the same. Of course, the big thing that was changed in franchise mode this year was the scouting and drafting system for the mode. We'll have a video out here within the next day or so breaking down that entire process, how you can go through scouting and try to set things up so that you have your best chance at getting the best prospects for your team. So be on the lookout for that video. Make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on that one. But we'll go ahead and just go to the regular season. I do want to look at awards here, and again, yeah, so still only can see the previous 3 years awards. One thing, make it where you can see basically all the award winners, and then also add the little tab there on the player card. That would be really nice, please. But we're just gonna go ahead and I just want to simulate through this entire season and see how it looks. So we'll catch up with y'all when we get to probably around the All-Star break. We'll see how things are going then. All right, so here we are at the All-Star break, and we are currently, as the Yankees, sitting at 47-44, 7 games back of the Tampa Bay Rays in the AL East. Let's go to the standings here first and see how things are going. The Rays are currently with a nice little lead here in the AL East, 55-38, 6 games up on the Blue Jays, 7 games up on the Yankees here. AL Central, the Guardians with a slim lead over the Twins, and then a big drop here to the White Sox, and an even bigger drop back to the Tigers and Royals. So it looks like MLB The Show thinks it's going to be a 2-team race here for the AL Central. Out west, the Angels are actually doing good. That's nice to see for Shohei and Mike Trout out there with a slim 1-game lead over the Astros. Rangers, a bit of a ways back, hovering around 500, 9 games back, and then Mariners, and then the Athletics, who I think we all can agree are probably not going to be that great this year. AL wildcard, Astros and Twins currently have it, with the Blue Jays having the third. So we do have the new playoff format, by the way, in MLB The Show 23. So there are 3 wildcard spots now, with the Yankees 1 game out of that third wildcard, Rangers 3 games out, Mariners 4 games out. Now to the National League, the NL East, which I think is going to be a very competitive division this year, but it looks like MLB The Show 23 thinks differently. The Braves running away with it here at the All-Star break, 14 games up, 61-30 through 91 games. Mets 47-44, Marlins 47-45. The Phillies, the reigning NL champs, below 500 at the break, 44-46, 16.5 back of the Braves in the division. And then Nationals, again, another team that I think we all expect to not do a whole lot this year. 37.5 games back, already lost 67 games in the first half of the season. In the Central, it's the Cardinals with a 1.5 game lead over the Brewers. The Reds only 3 games back, so a bit of a 3-way race here with the Cubs back 7, Pirates back 9. Out west, the Dodgers still reigning supreme here. 7 games up on the Diamondbacks, a team that a lot of people are expecting to do pretty good things this year. Maybe take us a little bit of a step forward, kind of like how the Orioles did last year. Giants 10 games back, the Padres 10.5 back. And I did want to show you this because he is suspended here for the first bit of the year. At least for right now, Fernando Tatis Jr. is not currently in the game. He's not currently on the Padres roster. So he's not currently in the MLB The Show, which may be why they're not doing so well there. NL wildcard currently held by the Diamondbacks, Giants, and the Mets, with the Marlins and Padres and Brewers close behind. So it's going to be fun to see with that third wildcard spot. A lot more teams sort of in the mix for it there. Let's look at the All-Star votes here, and we have Shohei leading the way for starters in the AL, 12-2, 142 strikeouts, a 2.06 ERA, and a .95 WHIP. He's having an incredible year. Relief pitchers, Eli Morgan of the Guardians, a 71 overall, but he's having a great year. 41 games, 62 innings, 41 strikeouts, a 1.6 ERA, and a .89 WHIP. He's doing really well. Closer, Jason Adam for the Rays, leading for the AL. 39 games, 32 saves, only 3 blown saves, and 1.63 ERA. Catcher is Salvador Perez, so just barely squeaking out Adley Rutschman. Perez hitting .290 with 13 home runs, 42 RBI so far. First base is Josh Bell, having a bit of a bounce-back year with Cleveland here after a bit of a down year with Washington. I forget who, I think he got traded to San Diego, I want to say, as part of the Juan Soto trade. But through 90 games, hitting .295, 15 home runs, 54 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases as well. Vlad Guerrero Jr. second, hitting .308, 21 homers, 52 RBIs. And Jose Abreu having a good first year down there in Houston, hitting .287 with 13 homers and 47 RBIs. Second base, Jorge Polanco leads it for the AL, hitting .289, 23 home runs already for him on the year, and 60 RBIs. Third base, you've got Jose Ramirez hitting .273, 24 homers, 68 RBIs. Bregman close behind him there, .298, 20 homers, 57 RBIs. And then DJ LeMahieu for the Yankees here, hitting .279, only 12 home runs, 38 RBIs, but most of his value comes from the defensive side of the ball. Shortstop Corey Seager hitting .347 so far through the year. Having a much better year than he did in 2022, where he hit only .245. He's already almost eclipsed his home run and RBI totals for that year, and the strikeouts way down. Struck out 103 times last year, now only 43 strikeouts, a 1.058 OPS, and already accrued 4.4 WAR, and he's close to passing his career high for WAR in a single season. So he's having a heck of a year, probably an MVP frontrunner here in the AL. We'll look at that in a second. Also, Bo Bichette having a good year, .284, 22 home runs, and 71. Left field, you got Eloy Jimenez hitting .303, 21 homers, 65 RBIs. Byron Buxton there in center, .274, 25 home runs, 68 RBIs, with Mike Trout close behind, hitting .303, 24 homers, 52 RBIs. We also have the breakout star from last season, Julio Rodriguez, third in the voting here, .274 average, 15 home runs, 50 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases. And then in right field, you've got Aaron Judge, who is continuing to dominate. .321 average, 32 homers, and 69 RBIs. That's a nice first half of the season for him there. Now we'll look quickly at the National League. Max Scherzer with the Mets having another good season, 9-4, 129 strikeouts, a .93 WHIP, and a 2.11 ERA. Jorge Alcala having a good year as a 71 overall reliever for the Marlins in 47 games. He has 57 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts, and a .95 ERA. Raisel Iglesias leaves the Angels, goes to the Braves, and in his first season through 38 games has 30 saves, 4 blown saves, 38 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts, and a 2.13 ERA. Catcher JT Realmuto, not a surprise, but that average actually is a little low for what I would expect from him. Only .229, 14 home runs, 39 RBIs. Yeah, pretty low average there. I'd expect that to be a little bit higher for him there. Paul Goldschmidt, last year's NL MVP, leading the way here, hitting .298, 28 homers, 68 RBIs. Freddie Freeman with a .330 average, 17 homers, 64 RBIs. And Pete Alonso for the Mets, .251 average, 27 home runs, 61 RBIs. At second base, Nico Horner, new second baseman for the Marlins, hitting .327, 10 home runs, 42 RBIs. Third base, Nolan Arenado, the other corner infielder for the Cardinals, MVP. I think he finished third in MVP voting last year in the NL, hit .313, 23 homers, 73 RBIs. Austin Riley hitting .309 with 26 home runs, 63 RBIs. And then Manny Machado for the Padres, hitting only .265, but has 23 home runs and 59 RBIs for them. Well, and also Matt Carpenter, the other third baseman, comes over from the Yankees, hitting .265, 18 homers. I believe he's their DH. Shortstop, it's Captain America, the hero of the WBC for the United States, Trey Turner, hitting .297, 18 home runs, and 46 RBIs with 23 stolen bases so far in his first season with the Phillies. Left field, you got Juan Soto having a bounce back year after a bit of a down year for him. Only hit 242 last year, hitting 298 so far this year with 21 homers and 61 RBIs. In center, it's the cover athlete Jazz Chisholm playing his first full season since 2021, hitting 268, already a career high in home runs, and tied his career high in RBIs so far this season, along with 12 stolen bases. In right field, you've got Mookie Betts, 282 average, 17 home runs, 52 RBIs. Let's just look real quickly at some of the front runners for these awards. Corey Seager, Aaron Judge, and Byron Buxton, top 3 in the AL MVP, while in the NL MVP, it's Goldschmidt and Arenado again, along with Jock Peterson. Okay, 304 average, 24 homers, 69 RBIs. Nice. NL Cy Young, Spencer Strider, Max Scherzer, and Joe Musgrove. They are leading the way in the NL. In the AL, of course, it's Shohei. He's having another phenomenal year. And then Shane McClanahan and Shane Bieber. A couple of Shanes up there at the top. Batting title in the AL is Corey Seager and Jeff McNeil in the NL so far. Rookie of the year in the NL is Corbin Carroll, who at 75 overall through 74 games, hitting 283, 14 home runs, 36 RBIs. And then in the AL, it's Gunnar Henderson, the #1 prospect in all of baseball, hitting 276 with 12 home runs and 40 RBIs. That's enough for looking around here at this point. So we're going to go ahead and sim the rest of the season, and we'll see how things shake up here to start the playoffs. And hold the phone here, ladies and gentlemen. Right as I started to sim past the All-Star break, we have a big trade between the Dodgers and the Royals. The Dodgers trade starting pitcher Walker Buehler, only 28 years old and 87 overall, who's 4-3 so far in the year with a 3.03 ERA, he is in the final year of his contract, to the Royals for shortstop phenom, 22-year-old Bobby Witt Jr. This is interesting to me, so this might be some of the trade logic that we see this year. Wasn't as bad of a problem in 22. That was one of the few things that 22 did really well in terms of franchise mode. The trade logic wasn't nearly as bad as we've seen in previous years. That I don't know. I don't see the Royals parting ways with Bobby Witt Jr. really, so we'll see if we get more of that. But it looks like the Rockies trade C.J. Cron, who's in the final year of his deal, hitting 244 with 24 home runs, 50 RBIs, a 33-year-old, 88 overall, for a pair of prospects from the Guardians, and that's who the Rockies will get back. So another big name there getting moved. Let's look at the awards here, and in the American League, it's Shohei Ohtani. Of course it is. A phenomenal season, 22 wins, 5 losses, 242 strikeouts, a 2.03 ERA, also 248 average, 47 home runs, 133 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases. No one can come close to even touching that at all. So second MVP in 3 years for Ohtani, while Goldschmidt wins his second straight NL MVP while capturing the NL Triple Crown for the first time in forever. I mean, the only other Triple Crown we've seen recently was Miguel Cabrera, and that was in the American League, so I don't even know the last time a National League player won a Triple Crown. National League Cy Young stays with the Cardinals. Jack Flaherty, 17-5, 3.42 ERA, but 212 strikeouts. And then the American League, it is Shohei Ohtani, wins his first Cy Young Award, so he gets both MVP and the Cy Young Award. Rookie of the Year in the American League does go to Gunnar Henderson, hits 274, 41 doubles, which leads the American League, 21 home runs, 73 RBIs. And then in the National League, it goes to Corbin Carroll, 248 average, 20 doubles, 19 home runs, 102 strikeouts, but 10 stolen bases and 51 RBIs. I guess all that's left to do now is simulate through the postseason and see what MLB The Show thinks is going to win World Series. So there we have it. The Angels defeat the Braves in the 2023 World Series. Atlanta wins it in 6 in the NLCS. Angels win it in 5 to beat the Braves. And now we see World Series MVP goes to Taylor Ward, and he also gets postseason MVP. So that's it for this video, guys. That's what MLB The Show 23 thinks is going to happen this year. Paul Goldschmidt repeats as NL MVP and gets a Triple Crown. Shohei Ohtani will continue to be Shohei Ohtani, and the LA Angels will win a World Series. Shohei and Mike Trout will finally get some glory. I would absolutely love to see that. Maybe let the Yankees make the playoffs, though, please. That would at least be nice. But I'll let the Angels get that World Series. I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. If you did, leave it a like and also subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of our videos. And for all things MLB The Show news and updates, stay tuned to Sports Gamers Online. I'm Brandon Satterwhite with SGO. Thank you for watching.